Aiko was an ordinary young woman who lived in a small town in Japan. She worked hard every day and came home late, where she lived with her elderly grandmother. Her life was quiet and simple, until one night her distant cousin, Jiro, arrived unexpectedly. He wasn't someone she knew well, but he was family, so she welcomed him. But Jiro had dark intentions. He seemed to be everywhere, watching her, disturbing her peace and making her uncomfortable. Whenever she complained, he laughed it off. "Come on, Aiko, we're family. Just a bit of fun, right?" he'd say, his eyes gleaming. One night, Aiko couldn't take it anymore. She confronted Jiro, yelling, "Leave me alone. Why are you doing this?" But he only smirked and said, "What are you gonna do about it, Aiko?" In a moment of anger and fear, Aiko pushed him. He stumbled backward, losing his balance, and fell down the staircase. There was a chilling silence after he hit the bottom. Realizing what had happened, Aiko felt a wave of guilt and fear. She didn't mean for this to happen, but she couldn't change it now. She told no one, hoping to put it behind her. Days later, she began hearing strange noises at night, whispers in the hall, footsteps that echoed when no one was there. She'd catch glimpses of Jiro's reflection in mirrors, his face twisted in anger. "Why, Aiko? Why did you do this to me?" the whispers would say, making her shiver. She tried to ignore it, but he only became more insistent. One night, she saw him standing at the end of her bed, his face pale, his eyes hollow, and full of rage. "You took my life, Aiko," he hissed. "Now I'll take away what you love." Aiko screamed, but no one heard her. Her boyfriend, Hiro, noticed her behavior changing. "Aiko, what's wrong? You're not yourself," he'd say, his face filled with concern. But she would only shake her head, too afraid to tell him about the spirit haunting her. One evening, Hiro disappeared. Aiko searched everywhere, asking everyone if they'd seen him, but he was gone without a trace. Days later, she found a single note in her room. It was written in Jiro's handwriting. "Now you know how it feels to lose everything." From that day on, Aiko began to lose her sanity. She wandered the streets, talking to herself, her eyes wide with fear, as if Jiro's spirit was following her, whispering terrible things that only she could hear. People in the town began calling her the Mad Woman of Nagoya, and she roamed, haunted by the face of her cousin and the love she had lost. Aiko's life became a tragic tale of loss and guilt, with the townsfolk saying that her punishment was living forever, haunted by what she had done.